The nether is not my friend. The nether is not my friend. Hello everyone and welcome back to New Beginnings with me, TomB92. Now today is a brand new day and I am on my new setup, which means I can do this. That's right, I've started to get some quality of life mods installed and I also have a much better render distance. Now previously we boated out to our mob farm, and if I come close enough to the coast here, you can see it just on the edge here. So my render distance is now double what it was in our previous episodes, and in between episodes I've been busy. We left off with our villager breeder and I've started to move some over and I've started to get some trades in. So we have a couple of villagers, a couple of farmers and a couple of fletchers. So we've been trading sticks with these guys, and all the carrots and potatoes that we've been farming in the previous episodes are going to these guys. And this second guy here is pretty far through, but this first guy we now have golden carrots, so I'm really happy with that. We've got some good trades on the go, and today we want to just get cracking with some more villager trading, and we want to get ourselves some books. Heading back towards our villager breeder here, we have been expanding upon this in between episodes, so we've put in a few more beds because we want more villagers. We want more villagers, not just for trading but for any future projects. We want to get them in place and we want to have some to hand. Now, in between episodes was my birthday. Well, it was a weekend away from my birthday, and I also did my first live stream over on Twitch. And if anyone joined me, you will have seen me putting together this path. Now, I like it. I'm very happy with this path and the detail that we've added, and you can see all the way up now. We can see our full base, we can see the tower up there, and we've added in this path, and we've kept it pretty simple, but it's very nice at night. You know, it lights up well and it's all mod proof, and it leads us up to our base. Now we haven't tied it directly back into our base just yet, because I've had some second thoughts about where our main base is going to be. Since I've got a new render distance available on my new setup, I'm just not sold on that area that I thought we were going to move into, and I think I need to do a bit of exploring to actually find that spot. So you'll see I haven't put in another pathway going down there. You can see way off in the distance there. Now I can zoom in. That was the area that we were speaking of that we were going to move in, and yes, I do have quite a few ores here ready to mine out, and that's just waiting for a mending book because I want to get my fortune pick through all of that, because I have my silk touch pickaxe here ready to hand, and I've been using that. Now we're going to get straight to it. We're going to start moving over some villagers, and we're going to see how long it takes for us to get some decent books. Hopefully not too long, but we'll keep a tally of that. We'll see how many placements we need to do. Now, I've been doing a bit of research in between episodes, and I have found that actually you can't use pistons on workstations, and that was such an advantage when you were setting up trades with your villagers on Bedrock. And it turns out I'm going to have to keep axing it and destroying it and replacing it and so on and so forth. And now I've had quite a lot of troubles already with the villagers. As you've seen from the last episode, I had all the difficulties moving them around. And to be honest, I'm still getting that. Obviously, the mechanics between Bedrock and Java don't quite work the same. So when I'm trying to move them on in their minecarts, it's not happening the same way as it would in Bedrock, and I'm still getting used to that. I am still getting used to that. So the villagers over in the trading hall, or the temporary trading hall, are still all in their minecart. So we have our workstations in hand, our villagers in place, we have some paper, we have some books, and we have some emeralds. Let's get to it. Uh-oh. Mending, finally. Now, I lost track of how many rolls that was, so Editor Tom, how many was that? Great. So, well, we need to try and get ourselves some more books. We have our first mending book, which is great. You probably saw that the price was quite high, and that's because I accidentally gave him a whack whilst I was trying to take down the workstation. I gave him a good old whack and he did not appreciate that. So next villager up, let's go. So our next villager is in place, and now we have ourselves this mending book. We can really just try and play around with these remaining workstations and hope for the best. Now you may notice we've got stairs, and you can then see a piston and a lever. Now this is a really cool design feature I found online. I'll link the YouTube video that I found, and it, oh dear, that's very me, isn't it? Misplaced. So yeah, we've got this lever and a piston, and because they're sat in the minecart, there's no problems. They just go up and down. And another thing, like Bedrock, they don't lose their link to their workstation. That is the biggest annoyance in Minecraft Bedrock. The linking to workstations is an absolute nightmare, and you typically have to keep them in water so that they don't lose their workstation. Now, another feature of this setup that I found is that once we have ourselves enough villagers that we want, and we want to start getting some discounts, we've made this trench. So the reasoning for the pistons is that they'll get lowered, and then the zombie that will be around here will zombify them, and we'll be able to heal them up, and it'll go all the way around, and we'll start getting some discounts. And obviously, for us to be able to start getting some weakness potions, we need to get some nether rods, and we need to get some nether wart. I don't know why I would call them nether rods, they're blaze rods. And we're just gonna start finishing up these workstations. I've got five in total librarians to make. So we've managed to sort ourselves out a number of more villagers with our books, and it's took us a long time, but we've obviously got our mending villager, Aqua Affinity, Fire Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Looting, and Sharpness 5. And I've had to spend a lot of emeralds, I've had to spend a lot of levels, so I've been over at the mob farm, and we've got ourselves our first cleric in because it's kicking out all that flesh. But speaking of the mob farm, we've been busy, we've got plenty of levels in, and because we've been here for a little while, we've got all the loot, we've had to add in some additional storage. Now I'm going to close these trapdoors. As you can see, we've got some additional blocks here, so we have had some creeper explosions which just took some time to repair. But down here we've added in a single item sorter which takes out the bows and the armor and whatnot, anything that's kind of single item stackable. So you can see it all in here. We've got some of the excess stuff that's just from previous storage, and then we've got our gunpowder, bones, arrows and flesh with some spillover over here where if sorters can't take them in time, it will take them into there. And then we've just got a bin as such here, so if I were to just throw in some bones here, they just get deleted. We've got some fire under here, and all the flesh now we can start to use with the cleric and start to get some emeralds. And I think what we need to start doing in the very near future, in fact I think I'm going to do that pretty much now, is we need to go and find ourselves a fortress. We need to now start making some potions, because we're getting in some good villagers, but it's costing us a lot, and that cost is also time. So we need to get a lot of emeralds, so hopefully with some weakness potions we can actually reduce that time and reduce the cost. So we've got our gold helmet on, we have our warped fungus with us, and we have a shield, and I think we're gonna go and find a fortress. Wish me luck. Oh, finally, we see some life of a fortress. We've travelled so far in every direction possible, but we now find, oh, what a shot. Oh, nailed it. Right, now we just need to figure out how to get down there, because that's not very friendly. Right, so we've made our way down. Let's just try and leave ourselves some torches so we know our way back up. So yeah, we've got a fortress here, and I guess there's the advancement. We need to find ourselves, I'm going to carry blocks because I don't really want to deal with the skeletons at the moment. Although some heads would be cool, that's not for me right now. I just need blaze rods, and then I'll move on. Oh, is that a blaze rod farm? There's a spawn up here, isn't it? Oh no, there's a wither skeleton bird, like gardening. What's going on there? Let's try and take him out. Okay. Uh-oh, here we go. There's one blaze rod, 2 blaze rods, and run away, run away, run away. Let's try and take... Ow! Ow. So I think I might just try and make a really crude box around this. And probably be nipping in back and forth for quite a while. Just to... Oh, yeah. I've never seen a broken portal on the nether side before. It's the first. Die. Okay, well, okay, we're doing alright. We've got 8 blaze rods. We've only killed 4 or 5. Wow. Okay, well, we may as well keep going, because that is some great success. At least with the dynamic lighting, I can see when they spawn in. We're doing a lot better than I thought I would be. I'm actually not getting my butt kicked. So I think I'm just going to try and farm a load now. Oh, I took a good whack there. Oh, another good whack. Uh-oh. Okay, let's run for... I heard something break just as I was about to say I'm going to wind down. So, let's... Oh no, it's my gold helmet. Okay, so my gold is broken. That is not good because pretty much everywhere on the way back is those nether wastelands. Oh dear. So whilst we are in the fortress, we do need to try and get ourselves some nether wart. So we've got kind of half of the stuff that we need. Oh, don't go throwing that sword. You're gonna need that. I don't know where, because I don't think this is like a full fortress, is it? It kind of looks, I don't know, a bit empty kind of thing. So I'm gonna make a note where these are. Uh-oh, you're coming for me. Excuse me, I'm trying to take a screenshot here. Okay, so that's probably going to be quite a common problem now on my journey back. But yeah, we need to try and find ourselves some nether wart. And I think after that I'm going to run away. Because the nether is not my friend. The nether is not my friend. Ah, here we go. This looks more like it. This is probably where I'm going to die. This is the end of me. Oh no. Okay. Check our corners. Okay, so there's nothing here. Let's mark that. And there's nothing here. So let's mark that. So that side's been explored. And there's nothing here. This is a pretty rubbish fortress so far. So all I really need is that nether wart. So if we can find that and get out, I'll be happy. Ah, downstairs. Is this where we die? Another chest, another chest. No wither skellies there. Oh, nether wart, there we go. So 7. I mean, it's not bad. Could run away with that. If we could farm that fortune, then I'd probably be okay. But let's just carry on because I'm brave. Oh, we got gold. Okay, let's just stick that on even though we've got protection 4 on our chest plate. Wow, this is a lot of dead ends. If there's anything on this side, we've got a wither skelly. Now it's coming for me. No head. We've got what we've come for. I think I'm going to run home and cower and do something more peaceful because I do not enjoy the nether and it is stressful. So yeah, let's figure out our way home. Okay, well now we've found ourselves a bit of a soul sand biome. We should probably try and get some more soul sand because that will come in handy for growing that nether wart out a bit quicker. I just picked up that pork that I just tried to get. Okay, we've got a few stacks. We've cleared out a decent hole, so yeah, let's call that a day and let's head back and hopefully make it back in one piece. Back in the overworld, I feel so much more at ease. I don't know what it is about the nether, whether it's the fear of losing all your stuff, or just the death in the nether, just everything wants to kill you, but I feel so much more at peace in the overworld. And we've started getting that nether wart down, we've put ourselves a big soul sand patch together, and we're just going to be waiting around, doing a bit of farming for a little while, and probably move in another villager, because I would really like a Fortune 3 villager, because then that will give me a pick that I'll be pretty much set with, or 2 picks I'll be pretty much set with for the rest of the series, or at least until I lose them in the nether, or some other way of, I'm sure I can find plenty more ways for us to die and lose our gear. The previous episodes I'd asked for some dog names and some horse names, and there weren't too many around, so we've come up with 2 ourselves, 2 after some of the films of my favourite films of my childhood. So our dog is Chewbacca. That's right, after Chewbacca in Star Wars. And our trusty steed is now called Bullseye. Run with the wind, Bullseye! So I've had to run away. We've been working on the villagers, so I've had to run away. You can see we've got another wall growing up there. But the worst thing imaginable happened. Yep. We've got witches. So there was a thunderstorm that just happened out of absolutely nowhere. So I need to try and take these out from afar. Oh, I got that one. Because we don't want them to spread their witchiness to the rest of the villagers. Now, I actually think some of these are some good trades that I just locked in. I think one of them's an efficiency 5. I'm really making a real mess of this. So let's try and move in a little closer. They're not going to get me this far, are they? So I just don't want them to... Now, what happened was that the lightning rod, you can see, there's one down, lightning rod that's above that middle one that we just took out, it was too close. So I think I've read since you need it to be 3 blocks away, or 3 blocks above. So yeah, it got those 3 villagers and it's converted them, and once I do hit it, yeah, there we go, I think they're the only ones affected. So hopefully it hasn't been too bad, but I imagine it's a stressful time for the other guys. Right, yeah, they're okay. So we lost a knockback 2, efficiency 5 and feather falling 4, and now those 2 are a big disappointment. But we're back to the drawing board. We've got enough villagers around, we can get them back, but that's a real pain and a real setback. So after some trading and some villager breeding, we've finally got everything back restored. And we've actually got ourselves some better trades off than what we had before. We've managed to get ourselves Fortune 3, which was something that I really wanted, because we have the mound up there with all our ores. And we have knockback 2 we managed to get back. Projectile protection 4. And I think that was already there. We already had an efficiency 5. So the only one that I was missing was a feather falling 4. But luckily for me, I had already managed to trade for one before the witches. And so I think what I want to do now is get myself a Fortune 3 book, get myself a new mending book, and go and mine all those ores up there and see what goodies we get from it. There's a lot here, so time lapse. So I've gone through all of the nether stuff now. I have a fully repaired pick and a pretty good haul of gold and quartz. Now for the overworld stuff. How rude. It's all gone. It took us quite a while, and it certainly took longer than I was expecting, but let's see our rewards. That is a lot of copper. a lot of copper, and I don't have any plans for that currently. Lots of coal, which is good, and of course the bit that everyone wants to see, 47 diamonds. So I'm happy with that. I think we only had 19 ores down there for diamonds, or maybe it was 21, but that was a good return. So we've only got one last thing or so left that we want to do, and that is we want to get ourselves a zombie. And now we have no name tags because Bullseye and Chewbacca have been named, so we need to wait till night time, and we need to get maybe some leather gear or something like that they can pick up, and we need to try and put them in that hole so we can start to get some decent discounts. We've already had a go. It didn't go well, so we've had to try and get all of the villagers out of their minecarts, so that took quite some time doing. I had to get them out, get get a tunnel for them that they were positioned in and get them back into their holes. But yeah, we found out previously that without the when they were in their minecarts, the zombies weren't getting them in the background there. So we had them there, but it didn't work. So now we just need to wait till night time, and we need to try again. As the moon is rising, we are preparing for battle, and we must find ourselves a zombie to bring home to kill these villagers. So we're actually about to try for our third time. We've really struggled with getting the right combination in the back here, because the zombies need a specific amount of blocks, so we might hit it off right away. We might not. Oh, we actually need to try and get it to pick some blocks. No, okay. Oh, we did. Wow, look at that. But he doesn't want to go down the hole, does he? Okay, we'll come back to him. I think I've got my shovel on me. Yeah, okay, so we'll just try and take out. Can't have you because you haven't got anything. Let's put them back up. Oh, you've got extra now, eh? There we go, right, so he's in there. Now, last time, it seemed like the guy was getting aggro on me all the time, and he wouldn't focus on any of the villagers. So I've had to go into some testing, and I've had to see what the combination is, and I've done a bit of research. It turns out the zombie has to be able to get onto the same block, so you have to put slabs up around to make it think that they can get up there, but they can't. So if we lower this guy, he should get targeted if everything has gone well, but he sounds like he's still aggro over there, and this was the problem that I was having. They just kind of waited in the corner thinking that I was going to come back down for them, and I don't really want to open this because he doesn't have a helmet on. Now, given this is my third attempt, this will be my last attempt for this episode. If this doesn't work, come on, that's it. Now get the villager. Look. Oh, yes. There was a hit. Has he now moved too far away in the block? But that's what's happened here now, isn't it? So if we nudge him, can't nudge him back. That didn't happen in the test world. There wasn't a problem with that. We have a trapdoor. The only thing I did do was put like a trapdoor here. Not quite like that. That was a fail. But almost here. And then it would keep them in the block, I guess. I'm gonna run away, but this is what I've done before, trying to get the aggro off me. See if it'll take that farmer. Fingers crossed, third time lucky will work. Otherwise, I might be forgetting those zombie curing discounts. Right, back over. Let's see. Has he been converted? Oh, Siri's talking to me. No, Siri, I wasn't talking to you. He's still chilling back there, isn't he? He looks like he's aggro at the villager this time, which is good. But I think it's just like he's now too far away. I don't know how I can do anything about that. Can I do it? Let's move him back up and then go back down. I think we're onto the right path. So we've put a line of trapdoors in here now, which in theory make it shorter to the villager. So let's just see if we can stick that back in there. This guy. Bring him back down. No, I still don't want him, does he? Now this is frustrating because this worked in a testing world that I was just in and worked fine. So say this is the third time I've tried it. He looks like he wants to go, but you just can't get him. I don't know whether if he'd have had a sword, would that have extended his reach? I don't know if that's a thing. But I think because he's just on the corner of this block here, the zombie isn't being able to reach him. Oh, well now they are on the same level. That's not good. But he's still not like attacking him though. Oh, there we go. It certainly hasn't gone to plan. But I do have a zombie villager. I think we'll have to do a lot more investigating, but we do have one guy who's converted somehow, some way. The zombie got here. And I guess you'll start to give me some discounts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on that note for today, it will be the end of today's episode. We've had a productive day. We've been into the nether, we've been fortressing, and we've got ourselves all these villagers here. And unfortunately the zombifying hasn't quite gone to plan, but that gives us a goal for next episode. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Everything you do with this video helps out the channel massively. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and I will see you next time.